Welcome to Lawn Tips with Lou. That crunching sound is me walking on my icy lawn. For quite a few years, I would scalp my lawn during the latter part of February. I stopped scalping my lawn this early in the year several years ago. The ongoing cold weather and icy conditions we've had recently remind me of why I stopped scalping the lawn this early in the season. While I wait a few more weeks before scalping my lawn, I want to make sure that all my lawn equipment is ready for the spring season. An important step is to clean the spark plugs on the equipment. Here I remove the plug on my rotary mower, and then when I get the spark plug out, I'll take a few minutes to kind of clean this plug before putting it back in. I like to keep my blades on my mowing equipment sharpened. I use a blade lock to hold the blade in place while I loosen the nut that holds the blade to my rotary mower in place. There are several ways to sharpen the mower blades. One way is simply with a hand file, or you can use an angle grinder, or as I prefer, using a table grinder. I find the table grinder gives a good edge to the blade. After sharpening the blade, be sure to balance it. If it's out of balance, grind a little bit more off of the heavier side until it's more balanced. The blade lock helps to hold the blade in position as I retighten the nut that holds the blade in place. Make sure that the air filters are clean. The reel mower does not create the level of dust while mowing that the rotary mower does, but after a season of mowing, it still had plenty of dust buildup that I needed to vacuum from the filter. Before changing the oil on my equipment, I start the engines and let them run for a couple of minutes. The engines have been sitting idle for a couple of months, and any sediment on the bottom of the engine needs to be stirred up so that it drains out with the oil. With the oil warmed up, I use a vacuum pump to drain the oil. As I start pumping, you'll see that the oil did not appear too dirty in either mower. I didn't use the rotary mower very much last year because I bought the power reel mower and used that for most of the season. And I also did a mid-season oil change on the reel mower, which helped to keep the oil fairly clean. My string trimmers have 4-cycle engines. The 4-cycle engines on the trimmers require oil changes as well. Draining the oil from the trimmers is simply a matter of tilting the motor over the containment can while the oil drains out. Normally when I do my backlapping on my Fisker's reel mower, I use a 1 1/4 inch socket which fits over the sprocket so that I can backlap the Fisker's reel mower. Since I have the California Trimmer power reel mower now. That socket is not big enough to fit on the sprocket, so I had to order a backlapping kit, which has this part, which this fits over the sprocket in order to do the backlapping. And the backlapping kit included the backlapping compound. So what I'm going to do this year, instead of using the valve grinding compound that I use on my Fiskars in the past, I'm just going to use the backlapping compound that came with this tool that they use to fit on the sprocket to backlap the California Trimmer. I can't wait for my lawn to be looking like this rather than like this. The weather forecast for the next 10 days shows much warmer weather expected. I wait until around mid-March to scalp my lawn. By then, the Bermuda will be showing lots of green sprouting through the dormant lawn. March 12th is the average last frost for this area of Texas. Waiting until mid-March reduces the chance of the weather having a negative impact on the lawn from a late season cold snap after scalping the lawn. The dormant lawn provides insulation to the roots during cold weather. But scalping the Bermuda lawn is beneficial because removing all the dead, dormant grass allows the soil to heat up quicker in the spring, encouraging the Bermuda lawn to grow. Also, by removing the old grass, it allows the Bermuda to fill in with thick new growth without the remaining thatch from last year's lawn. I'll be scalping my lawn a few days from now. We'll go over the benefits more then. Have your pre-emergent and fertilizer ready to apply this spring. Be sure to read the packaging labels carefully. Make sure you are buying the right type of fertilizer for the grass type that you have on your lawn. You may want to look at the video I put out 2 years ago regarding the need to review the packaging to select the right fertilizer for your lawn. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.